Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The first question I have is, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I Welcome back to another episode of Carnivorous Grandma Speaks and Carnivorous Grandma Cooks. I'm checking this new microphone to see if you guys can hear me. First of all, please, as you're coming in, let me know if you guys can hear. My name is Robin Heron, and welcome back to Carnivorous Grandma Cooks. And I'm just testing to see if you guys have audio. Please let me know if you can hear. If you can't, then I need to adjust something. I've been kind of working on this for the last couple of hours, trying to make sure that I have audio. So let me know if you can hear me down in the comments. And if not, we'll work on something, another configuration. So let me know. All right, let's see here. It looks like I'm seeing green lights. So hopefully that means that you guys can hear. Welcome back. My name is Robin Heron again. I am your carnivorous grandma. Tonight we're cooking again. We're back in my kitchen because a couple of weeks ago when I was on, I got a request to make a specific dish. And so I was like, well, heck, why not? So tonight we're going to cook again. You guys got to let me know if you like these cooking shows, if you like, being in the kitchen and chopping it up and also cooking. But tonight we're going to go ahead and make this dish. It's called taco soup. And this was a request that I had from last week. Please let me know if you can hear me down in the comments. I'm dropping that question in the chat because I want to make sure that my audio is working. I'm using my new little, you guys can see my little lapel mic. So let me know if you can hear me. All right, so taco soup. The first thing that we are going to do tonight is we're going to go ahead and prepare some bacon. This recipe is like, it's like a taco, actually. But it's made as a soup. So this was a request I had from somebody the last time we were here a couple of weeks ago. It's got ground beef. It's got bacon. I'm cooking bacon, but my grandkids don't eat pork. So hi, I really love strawberries. Welcome. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Please, somebody out there, just give me a thumbs up and let me know that you can hear. Okay. So it's got ground beef, it's got bacon, it's got bone broth, cream cheese, cheddar cheese, taco seasoning, and then you can top it with sour cream, cheddar cheese, and bacon if you like. So we're going to get started. But the first thing I'm going to do, because I don't want to cook bacon in my skillet, is I'm going to throw some bacon in the oven while we're working on this. And so the bacon can be working. And then we're going to go ahead and make some taco seasoning. So I will show you guys how I make my taco seasoning from scratch, because I prefer to use my homemade version of it rather than using a store-bought version. But first of all, we're going to throw this bacon in the oven. I'm using Wright's bacon. And if you're in my area, I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan. If you're in Michigan or the surrounding areas that have Meyer, this bacon is like $12.49. It's buy one, get one free though. So it's a pound and a half. So you're getting 3 pounds for like $13, which is really good because when I buy my pound and a half bacon from other places, I get, pound and a half for like, 15, 16, 17, sometimes $18. So, I should have looked more closely at this though, because I don't like my bacon. You guys, this bacon has too much lean on it for me, actually. This big swath of lean right there. I'm not a fan of that. I like my bacon to have fat, but this is a good brand. I enjoy it. I like it. It tastes good. And so we'll go with it. We're going with it. All right. So I'm just going to take these. I'm going to throw some of these in the oven really quick. And then we'll come back and do the next step. So let me pop this in the oven, which I have on already. All right. Forgot I had something in the oven, so I probably should take that out. It doesn't need to be in there cooking. So we'll get that out. Let that sit for a few minutes. Okay, so it's going to take probably about 20, 25 minutes for that bacon to cook. Hopefully you guys can see and everything is good. And so welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to make some taco seasoning. So let me rinse my fingers real quick. Always good to wash your fingers after you're handling meat. So I'll be back and forth washing my hands multiple times. I keep my hands washed as I'm doing cooking and stuff in the kitchen. So I'm making this dish for my family because this was requested last time we were together a couple of weeks ago. If you watch my channel, you know that I cannot have cheese. I can't tolerate cheese at all. And this has multiple different kinds of cheese. It's got cream cheese. It's got cheddar cheese. And so I'm going to go ahead and cook it up. But I'll take a half a pound of this ground beef out and I will use that. And then I'll have ground beef and bacon for my meal. And then the rest of the family can have or try this taco soup. It's our first time trying it too. So we're going to have a taste tester come and try it since I won't be able to try it for you guys. All right. So taco seasoning mix. This used to be my jam back in the day. This is Taco Bell original taco seasoning mix. I actually really like the flavor of this, but you know, it's the first ingredient of it is wheat flour. Then it has salt, garlic, chili peppers, maltodextrin, spices, onions, paprika, sugar, and then silicon dioxide as an anti-caking agent. So yeah, lots of stuff in here that I don't want to consume, and I really don't prefer to have my family consume it either. However, they love this stuff because they grew up eating it, right? So I'm going to make my own homemade taco seasoning mix. It's really more of a keto recipe because it's got a lot of spices in it. If I was going to eat this, I probably would limit it to just a very few spices. So we're going to put in a variety of different things. So we've got chili powder, and then we've got cumin and paprika. Also, we got garlic powder. This is, I mean, it's like a whole stack of different spices that we've got. We got onion powder and oregano. And then we've got cayenne pepper to make it a little bit of spice to it. And we have salt. And I think that's going to be it. If you wanted to thicken up again a little bit and you are amenable to that, you can add a little bit of xanthan gum and it would thicken up just like the packet. You can also add a little bit of sweetener to it if you like. So, but I'm not doing that today. So we're going to go ahead and make this up. We're making we need a quarter cup of chili powder. Excuse me, you guys, I'm choking over here. Quarter of a cup. So hopefully that coughing doesn't, hopefully that coughing doesn't, it wasn't too bad. I apologize, you guys. All right. So quarter of a cup of chili powder. That's the main ingredient for taco seasoning. Taco seasoning is very easy to make at home. You guys should be making your own so you know exactly what's in it. And then you don't have to worry about, well, what kind of extra ingredients do they have? Do they have maltodextrin? Yeah, they probably all do. Do they have wheat? All those kinds of things. So this is cumin. And along with my quarter cup of chili powder, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cumin. Oh, my little grandkids are here. I think they want to say hello. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, well, come on in. Come on in, guys.
Hi.
This is Melody and Layla. And they're going to be taste testing for us tonight. So I just wanted to come in come in and say hi. So, all right. So that's cumin. Then we got paprika. Also 2 tablespoons. I hope I have 2 tablespoons of this. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be close. Going to be cutting it close. Almost 2 tablespoons. So we just use the rest of that up. Going to have to put that on the grocery list. All right. So that's paprika. Then we've got garlic powder. And then we're going to go with 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. So the nice thing about this type of measuring spoon is got 1 on each side. So that's nice. So 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. We're going to go with 1 tablespoon of onion powder. This is going to make a quantity of it. We're not going to use all of this, Joe. So don't freak out, guys. But I'll have some more when I want to make tacos again. So this is going to be helpful for that. So that was onion powder. Then we got 2 teaspoons of oregano. And I'm going to go ahead and drop that in. I couldn't find my teaspoon. Do I have a teaspoon? Oh, here we go. I got 3/4 of a teaspoon. We'll go with that. 1 and 2, and then we'll just take a little pinch for good measure. I have this really bad habit, you guys, of like banging my utensil against a hard surface. My husband says he doesn't really like it. It's super loud. All right, so cayenne pepper. Now, cayenne pepper you can adjust to your taste. How much would you like? This recipe calls for 1/2 of a teaspoon. And so I'm gonna put in. Y'all like hot? Y'all like it spicy?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a whole 1/2 teaspoon in here because, maybe I'll do 1/4.
Oh man.
Because we got some babies in here. See how I was banging that? That's a bad habit that I have. All right. So now we got salt, and I'm using my Redmond's Real Salt, regular salt here. And this is the fine grain one. So 2 teaspoons. I'm not going to put a full 2 teaspoons because that's a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and put like 1 teaspoon. Yeah, 1 teaspoon is where I think I'm going to go with that because I don't want it to be too salty, but everybody can add a little bit of salt to their own dishes. All right, you guys, that's enough. My little babies, they're being distracting. All right, so we're going to stir this up. Somebody give me a top for this so I can shake it up. All right. So you guys remember that I have my bacon in the oven. I'm going to go ahead and crisp that bacon up. Yes, that will do. And then once I get done cooking the bacon, we're going to go ahead and chop that up. We're almost ready. We're almost ready to start cooking. So the next thing that we need to do, and this is something that I like to do, you guys, you can use pre-shredded cheddar cheese or pre-shredded cheese. However, pre-shredded cheese has starch on it. So that's something that I don't prefer to use. So in general, when I'm using cheeses like this, I will buy a block and I'll just shred it myself so that I don't have those anti-caking agents on the cheese. Now y'all know I don't eat cheese. I have a question in here. Let's see.
I'm sorry. We're looking at it.
Lasting Thought says, hello, do you have any pancake recipes? I really want to try to make some. Yes, I do have some pancake recipes. I've tried a few recipes. I know like Steak and Butter Girl gal has a pancake recipe that people rave about. I also have a friend, her name is Catherine, and she gave me a recipe. And so I do have a number of recipes. I can try to post something up on my channel, or maybe sometime I can come in and we can make pancakes. I feel like carnivore pancakes are a little bit challenging because we're used to that fluffy cake-like texture with pancakes. And they're just not as fluffy, and they definitely don't have that wheat taste. So that's something that you got to get a little accustomed to when you're doing carnivore pancakes. So I have a question from the class apparently.
Pancakes taste like wheat.
Yes, pancakes taste like wheat. Why? Because they're made from wheat.
I thought they just tasted like butter.
Flour. They're made from flour.
So you eat flowers.
No. All right, you guys.
Oh man.
So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and shred this up. The peanut gallery is here with me tonight, y'all. That's what happens. I got a house full of kids over here, and so they love to be on the show, y'all. And so they'll come back and come taste after a little while. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cooked up. I'm gonna go ahead and just grate this whole thing. You know, the great thing about grating is you keep to build your muscles. Build muscle, and also don't get any of those anti-caking agents with your cheese. So we do use, I mean, for the convenience factor, we do sometimes use the cheese that comes in the package, but I don't prefer it. Like if you're trying to do melting or, you know, anything with cheese, those cheeses don't do as well as if you shred it yourself. So that is that. We have shredded all of the cheese. So this is just 8 ounces of cheese. And the recipe calls for 1 to 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to make it with about 1.5 pounds. And then I'm going to take a half a pound to eat myself. And we will continue on with the next step. So here's my ground beef. Again, I'm going to tell y'all, I went to the store today and I picked up ground beef. I had ground beef out, but the ground beef was frozen. And I'm like, you know, I don't have a way to thaw this out really fast. So I picked up ground beef. This is Midwest harvested and processed ground beef, 80/20. And this was $7. $7 for 80/20 ground beef. That is crazy to me. I don't know what you got, how your prices are over where you are, but $7 for a pound of ground beef is outrageous in my book. So anyway, we're gonna cook up both of these, and I will cook it up with without anything in it because I'm going to add in these spices and stuff for the family. And I will just add regular Redmond's real salt, my Redmond real salt, seasoned salt to mine because this is what I like. And so that's what I'll have on mine. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch over. And we're going to go over to the stove and get started with our cooking. I just want to make sure that I got everything. You guys, this recipe is so simple. It really, really is. It's like, I can't believe somebody asked me to make it because it's so easy. So easy. All right, let's switch over. We're going over to the stove and we're going to start cooking. All right. So here we are at the stove and I have my cast iron here. I'm going to fry this ground beef in the cast iron. Make sure that this wasn't what was in the oven, so I have to move that out of the way. And we're going to just fry this beef up. Let me make sure I got my recipe because, you know, I want to make sure I get it right. So I got this, there we go. I got this, I got my little pot for the soup and I got the cast iron for frying up the meat. I did buy a bone broth. I'll just mention because bone broth is something that you can make at home really easily. Hopefully this isn't too crooked. But anyway, bone broth is something that you can make really easily. But I didn't have beef bone broth. So I went and looked for the cleanest one that I could find that was not 2 arms and 2 legs. So this is Zoop. It's got beef bone broth, natural flavors, which could be just about anything, yeast extract, and sea salt. So very simple. This is by Zoop, and it's beef bone broth seasoned with beef. So that was the most economical and simple one. And I will say that was about $6. It was five something, I think. So, everything has gone up. The prices of all of the food is just whoa. Food is super expensive, and particularly beef right now is very, very expensive. I don't know if you guys are seeing that same thing in your area. I'm kind of wondering if it might not be better to just go and work with my local rancher from a per pound perspective, but you definitely got to save up to do that because it's quite, when you're buying a quantity of meat like that, it's really expensive, and everything is going up. All the prices are going up. So let me know if you guys have any questions or any other kind of foods that you want to see me cooking. I haven't been doing a lot of cooking shows lately, but this was a special request. So I thought, heck, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. So how's everybody's weekend going? Like, what are you guys up to? What's your weather like where you are? Where are you watching from? It's sunny here, but it's cold here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I think it's in the 40s out, so not really warm, but beautiful and sunny. All the birds are back from their winter vacations. And let me wash my hands. We definitely keep our hands clean. Whenever we're touching meat, we definitely want to make sure that we are washing our hands often. And so that's just a habit that we should be in whenever we're touching and dealing with meat. And so, all right, so we're going to go ahead and fry this hamburger up, and we'll just get this cooked up. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me know. I wanted to make sure that I had good audio. I was having some audio issues last time we met. And so I wanted to make sure that we got some good audio volume today. And so hopefully all that is going well. But now you can hear my frying going on. This is how it is when you're cooking in the kitchen. So there's a thing that I have, and I'm going to pull it out. I don't know if you guys, does anybody remember Keto Ginger? I think about her all the time. Whenever I'm cooking, particularly ground beef, I think about her a lot because she used to call this thing a spatulator. And it's really convenient for chopping up beef when you're cooking. So I think this one is from Pampered Chef, but you can get these anywhere. Try to get one that's not plastic if you can. The silicone one if you can. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the plastics these days. So Relax is in Dallas. Hopefully I said that right. Just got off work. Oh, thank you for popping in. I definitely appreciate it. We are cooking. Well, it said the recipe is called Indian taco soup. So I was like, where'd the Indian part come in? I don't see. Well, the original recipe did have, like some, what I would call, it had corn, it had beans, so maybe that's where that idea came from. But I was thinking like, maybe Indian from India. So curry, something like that. So very interesting. It's just basically tacos made into a soup. So that's what we're making today. In the oven, I have my bacon. I can smell it. It smells really good. And then I just shredded up my cheese. In addition to this ground beef, we have our taco seasoning mix that we just made. And, we're trying to stay away from that prepackaged stuff because it really has a lot of ingredients in it that we don't really want in our food. So that's why I was like, let's just make our own from scratch. I used to love the Taco Bell taco seasoning though. That's what that grew my kids up on eating is Taco Bell taco seasoning mix. So I had no idea of the stuff that was in it and what the damage that it could have been doing to us. So that was a problem with when my kids were growing up. Do you guys have kids? And if you have kids, how old are your kids? My kids are all grown. My oldest is 40. 40. And then you guys just saw a couple of my grandkids. They'll come back at the end when we're doing tasting. So, yeah. I have 11 grandkids. If you didn't know that, I have 11. It's spring break right now. So everybody is here and, chilling out. Today we did cleanup day. Cleanup day. Oh, I used to do that with my kids when they were growing up. All right. So I'm going to let this kind of fry a little bit, fry out some of the water, and then we're going to pull some of it out and put it in this pot right here. This is my pot for the soup. And pull some of it out. We'll pull out most of it, and that's going to go for the soup, and then, we're going to move on to the next step because, guys, this is the easiest recipe. It's so, so easy. Have you guys ever tried this Indian taco soup before? I never heard of it until last time we were here cooking, and somebody was like, "Can you make that?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Let me find out what it is, and let's make it." So it's gonna be super easy, super, super easy. All right. So let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are about these live stream cooking videos. Do you guys like that? It's getting warm outside, so I'm going to get back to doing walk and talks and being outside more often, going to the park and walking and all of that thing. Did I tell y'all I got a new job? Yes, I did. I got a new job, and so I'm going to be traveling a little bit. So you guys will get to go on the road with me and see what's going on out in the world. All right, so I'm going to leave myself about a half a pound of this beef in here so that I will have it for my meal. Okay. Cool. So I'm turning this off for a second, and then I'm going to get this skillet out of the way. Okay. I'm just going to move this guy right on out of the way. Okay, so here's our pot for the soup. Now, let me tell you what's going in the soup. So we browned the beef. I do have the bacon in the oven, but like I said, my grandkids don't eat bacon. So they eat only beef bacon. So I didn't have that. So we got some pork bacon in the oven. And then we're going to add this beef. We're going to put the broth in. Now, it calls for 2 to 4 cups of bone broth. So this actually doesn't have very much salt in it, so we'll see. This is 32 ounces, so probably not going to use all of it. Let me see if I can get it open. I don't know if I'm going to use all of it. Okay, that worked. Do you guys have one of these? This is something to help me get tops off. All right, so I think I want to measure this. I don't want to just eyeball it. I'm going to go ahead and measure. 2 cups. Here's my measuring cup over here. I'm going to go ahead and measure this. This is a 2-cup measuring cup. Okay, so this is 4 cups total. So I could use all of it, actually. I could use all of it. We'll just see. I just don't want it to be too watery, you know? And we'll turn that on. It's asking me for 4 to 8 ounces of cream cheese. So we're gonna get that together. While I'm letting this heat up, I'm gonna go over on the other side and we'll take care of the cream cheese. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that up a little bit so it's easier to dissolve. She says, I made Courtney Luna's Carnivore Soup this week. Oh, okay. Courtney Luna's Carnivore Soup. I have some really good carnivore soups, I'll tell you. That one is a chicken noodle soup. I just made it for a church event, actually. It's a chicken noodle soup where the chicken is the noodles. And so it's chicken, basically, chicken breast and chicken thighs, because chicken breast gives you a sort of a noodly type of a vibe. And so chicken breast and then chicken thighs. Skin on chicken thighs, but I took all the skin off the chicken thighs and I made chicken skins with that. Now that was really good. And then it's just basically bacon bits and then an egg. So it's puts me in the mind of like a pho type of a vibe, because you got the egg in there and then you got the bacon sprinkled on top. If you can have cheese, you could sprinkle it with cheese and that kind of a thing. So, but since I can't tolerate cheese, I can't even, but the people really enjoyed it. They said it was excellent. Super, super good. So that's one. The other carnivore recipe that I have for soup is a carnivore meatball soup that I just made up one day with some bone broth that I had here. And so let's go back over to the kitchen. Let's go back over to the stove. All right, so this is not, let's see if it's getting hot. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this in here. I think this is gonna taste really good, actually. I mean, how could it not taste good with all this cream cheese in it, right? So I'm starting out with basically 4 ounces. It calls for 4 to 8 ounces of cream cheese. And so we're going to go ahead and mix that in. And then my taco seasoning. So yes, we're going to go ahead and add that in. And then we'll stir this up. Okay, so here's my taco seasoning. And I gave you guys the recipe for this. It's got chili powder, cumin, paprika, garlic, onion powder, oregano, and cayenne pepper, and salt. And if you want it to have a little bit of a thickening effect, you can add some xanthan gum. That will make it thicken like a packet would. So we're going to go ahead and add some of this in here. So in order to make a 1 pound of ground beef, you would add, what was it? 3 tablespoons of this for 1 pound of ground beef. So I'm going to go ahead and add a few tablespoons here. Got to find what I did with my stuff. Oh, here they are. Tablespoon. Okay. So 3 tablespoons per pound. So I'm going to do 3. I'm going to start with 3. And then we'll see how it smells. So smells are like the key thing to me for how something is going to taste. Yeah, so based on the way this smells, I'm going to add a couple of more tablespoons to give it a little more oomph. And like I said, I didn't add all of the salt that it called for, but now that I'm seeing that my bone broth is a little bit lower sodium, I feel like people are going to need to add salt to it. So let's add a couple more tablespoons of this in, because I did do like a 1.5 pounds of ground beef in here. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh yeah, you guys can see what color this is. So, okay, so now it says to add some cheddar cheese to it. I think I want to add a little bit more broth because so yeah, just depending on how thick or soupy you want your soup, you know. It smells like tacos. It smells like tacos. So you could put this in a slow cooker and let it cook for a while. I'm just checking my bacon. Okay, it's got a little bit more time to go. I should turn the heat up a little bit. Yeah, so you can put this in a slow cooker and let it cook for, a couple hours if you wanted to, but I'm probably not going to let it cook that long. I'm going to let it cook until this bacon is ready. And then we're going to get somebody in here to try it and taste it. Adding a little bit more of the cream cheese in. I'm going to put it all. Why not? What am I going to do with the rest of that cream cheese? I might as well put it all in there. So this is the habit that I have of like tapping. Oh my gosh. Drives my husband crazy. It's like, are you mad? No, I'm not mad. I don't know. It's a bad habit. I must have got it from my mother, probably from my mom, these kinds of cooking habits that we get. So I'm going to go ahead and put some cheese in here and let that melt also. You guys see how easy this recipe is? This is like crazy easy. I'm going to leave a little bit of cheese for people to put on top of theirs. But yeah, this recipe is super, super simple. And I hope it's good because, it's hard when you're not able to taste it yourself. But I've kind of gotten used to that idea because I just can't have the cheese. I cannot have the cheese. So the kids won't have bacon, but they will have a little sour cream on top of theirs. Oh, hey. I'm on my live stream. What y'all fighting about? Grandkids, y'all. Grandkids. So tell me, what's in Courtney Luna's soup? I'm gonna have to go and look at her video for Carnivore Soup because that sounds pretty good. There's lots of good things that you can do if you like, whatever meat you like. I have another recipe for a carnivore soup that's a seafood soup, and that's really nice. It's up. The video is up on my channel. If you wanna figure out how to make that, it's really, really good. Maybe we should make that sometime. I was telling you guys a couple of weeks ago that my daughter, who's here with her kids, she is allergic to fish. Like, you can't cook fish at all in the house with her here. So she was away a couple of weeks ago, and I did a seafood day. I did fish and shrimp, and oh man, it was so, so good. But yeah, she can't tolerate like even the smell of fish. Or one time when she was a teenager, I had fish because I used to cook fish when she was young. I would have her go outside. I knew she had a sensitivity to it. And I would have her go outside and I would cook my fish. And then, once we were done cooking it, she could come back in. But now she's to the point where fish makes her, like, she had an anaphylactic reaction to it. So no good at all. All right. So I think this is almost ready. I'm going to go ahead and let that simmer for a minute. Let me grab the sour cream. for the kids. See if they want to come back. Layla and Melody. See if they want to come back. Trying not to yell. Oh my God. Can you guys hear them fighting?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is taco soup.
Melody.
All right. So it says to simmer on low, stirring occasionally, which I've been stirring pretty much the whole time, until cream cheese is fully melted and the soup is creamy. Okay.
Melody.
And then we're going to give them a little taste of it. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay, let me grab a couple bowls. It's blasted hot, so, you know, they're going to have to hold off and tasting it, like, really fast. But hopefully they will like it. Oh, let's see here. Same thing you have here, except the taco seasoning. Oh, okay. So it's like a meat soup. Meat soup. Okay, so here's the bowl of soup. We're gonna put a little cheese on it. Let me switch over. We'll put a little cheese on it. And we'll put a little sour cream on it as well.
Melody.
Are y'all tasting?
Huh?
Y'all taste testing?
Yes, I can't find Melody.
Okay, well, she'll come when she's ready.
Go look downstairs and see when you go.
Okay,
Melody.
here they come. All right, so this is what it looks like. Oh, let me switch over because you can see it better on the other camera. Hold on.
Why are you outside?
All right. This is what it looks like. Hey, Julia. Oh, and heavy cream. Yeah, that would definitely make it good too. Okay. So I'm going to switch over to the other camera. Come on, guys. It's hot. It is hot. But they're going to taste it for me and let me know how it is. Does it taste good? And you got to give your honest, opinion. Like, you don't have to, don't butter me up. Just tell me the truth. You like it or not? Okay.
God. It kind of looks like
It's taco
chili.
soup. Oh, it kind of does look like chili. Yes. All right. It's hot though, so like blow it a little and put a little sour cream. Okay. They can't see you, Layla. You gotta come around this way. So this is Layla and this is Melody.
It just tastes like a taco on a bowl.
like a taco bowl. Literally.
It tastes like a taco bowl? That's exactly what we were going for.
I like it. It tastes better than a taco
soup.
bowl.
Taco soup. You like it? Okay. Very good. Go ahead and give your rate it 1 through 10 for the people.
15.
15? Okay, so I expect you guys to eat this pot up
I
for
will.
dinner.
I will.
What's
eat
your
it.
rating, Melody?
Infinity.
Oh, wow. They really, really like it. Okay, well, very good.
I didn't know that.
So I can't remember who, you guys can take this.
Really?
Yeah, I'll make you a bowl. I can't remember who actually asked. Oh, let me put that back. I can't remember who asked me to make this dish, but I appreciate that. And if you have suggestions for things that you want to see me come in here and cook, meals that I can make for the family. If it's keto, that's great because I love to feed these guys keto dishes. Or carnivore. So I definitely could come in and make the carnivore seafood soup sometime. That's a really, really good one. So I hope everybody has a great weekend this weekend. And that is, my bacon. Let me see. Oh, yep, my bacon's ready. Hold on one sec. Hold on. Don't leave yet. Don't leave. Let's see. Where's my things at? Okay. All right. I'm just looking around for my oven mitts. Hold on. I did something with them, so let's see. My bacon is ready. So like I said, these guys don't eat bacon, but I just bake the bacon in the oven till it gets crispy. And so with my my meat that I have back here in this skillet, I'm gonna have some bacon. So bacon and ground beef for me with just a little bit of seasoned salt on it. So, oh. All right, you guys. So I'll be back next week. So let me tell you who's coming next week. I have Dr. Elizabeth Bright. She will be with me. I think we're going live at 10 a.m. So it won't be my regular time because she's, in another part of the world. So we want to accommodate for her schedule. Make sure you give me your questions for Dr. Bright. I have a post up on my page that is asking what questions do you have for her. So I definitely want to be able to bring those questions that come from this community to Dr. Bright. Hey, if you are not subscribed to this channel and you like these cooking videos, or you like walk and talks, or you like, these interviews with doctors and interviews with other carnivores, subscribe to my channel.
Don't you think they should just do it anyway?
Well, yeah, if they like it. If they don't like it, they shouldn't do it. But if they like it,
well, then they should be generous and.
Okay, my granddaughter says you guys should subscribe whether you like it or not.
Yes.
That's from Layla. All right, you guys, I will see you on Monday night for Hey Sister Girl. I'll also be back next Thursday night. We're going to do a follow-up with Christy from At Meeting Wellness because I was glitching. I was on the train when I was talking to her. So I couldn't hear anything she was saying. So she'll be back. And yes, my granddaughter is definitely my cheerleader. All right, you guys. So I will see you later. See you next time. Bye, everybody.